Yeah, for sure. I feel like I was able to switch that mindset pretty early on, even in Omaha, kind of leaving Arizona. And yeah, I feel like I was able to kind of flip that switch and get back into that mental mindset.
In terms of the mentality that you take, do you, like playoff race, all that kind of stuff going on, do you look at these next 6 weeks as anything bigger than what it is, or do you just go start to start? That's all you can
No, I mean, I'm not oblivious to the situation that we're in. I put a lot of pressure on myself. Nobody's ever going to put more pressure on me than I will myself. I mean, I'm the one that's going through this process, and I'm going through this journey of the sport and who I am as a person and a player. So I think understanding that and being able to not lose sight of that is super important, and keeping that perspective. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm putting my best foot forward, of course. I've put a lot of work in this time off to make sure that I'm in a good position. Nothing's guaranteed. But there's no doubt when I step foot on the mountain tomorrow that I've put my best foot forward in the process of being gone.
All that said, does that mean, do you feel like you can come in and be the difference given where this team is positioned right now?
100%. I've taken that expectation and that role on. I embrace it. Obviously, I am in that position to be able to bring change and difference. And like I said, nothing is guaranteed. To sit here and say that I'm going to throw a no-hitter tomorrow, nobody can say that. But like I said, all I can control is putting my best foot forward through this rehab process, and I've done that. So, whatever happens tomorrow happens. And I just feel like I've been able to do everything I can in this process to put myself in the best position moving forward.
How would you characterize your communication throughout this whole process with the team, training staff, all of that? Would you say it's been as good as you want it to be?
The communication?
Yes. How you're feeling, your physical status.
Yeah, and communication is number one amongst many things. So I feel like communication always has to be solid, and I feel like everybody is on the same page moving forward for sure.
What kind of things did you hear, or what kind of conversations did you have with teammates throughout the time of being away that led you to come to that conclusion? You just mentioned a minute ago about everybody is anxious and excited for you to be back. What were the conversations of, hey, whether it was while you were away or now that you're back in the last 24 hours?
Just trying to be as involved as possible. When you're with each other for so long in the season and going all the way back until end of January, beginning of February for spring training, there's obviously a lot of just time spent with each other and learning about each other and knowing each other. So I think just trying to stay as supportive and in the mix as much as possible, out of sight, out of mind. So it's easy for that to happen, especially when you're in it every single day. And I watched every single game, so I was locked in on every inning, every pitch, as much as I could be. There are obviously times where I'm at the complex or times wouldn't align, where I would miss certain things, but I would go back, watch highlights, or try and rewatch the whole game if I missed something. But shooting text, picking up the phone and calling guys, and just kind of, keeping that, I don't want to say chemistry, but for lack of better terms right now, chemistry, and just support, So I value like I said, the work ethic and the time that everybody puts into their craft. I value my relationships in the clubhouse to the fullest extent. So, yeah, just kind of having those conversations, making calls, making texts, and checking in on guys. Guys, getting out of jams and big time pitches and moments like that. And hey man, that's awesome. Like, it was awesome to see you out there compete and do your thing. Just simple texts like that. So to answer your question, that was kind of the process.
It's good.
Right.